Okay, you guys. So thank you all for being here today. So this is my first attempt at doing my Dream Lab workshop virtually. I'm recording it for people doing it in the future. It's going to be a really, really great day, and I've seen really just powerful things come out of this workshop when I've done it before. A really important thing to me is helping women create their dream life, their dream business, their dream body. I say that all the time. But in order to create that, you have to know what you want. And that's where I see a lot of, especially women more than men, don't really know what they want. Or maybe they know like in the bottom of their heart, but they're like not ready to say it, not ready to confidently say, like, I want to, get an amazing job. I want to make $1 million. I want to have my dream house on the lake. Because on women, as women, we're always kind of raised to be like humble and to be nice and to put everyone else first, which is great. But I'm a huge proponent that when we as women are healthy, when we're happy, when we're strong, when we're making good money, um, everyone else is better off because of that. It's not like a zero sum game. The better that we all do, the better everyone else does. So that is why I love doing this workshop so much. I'm going to light a candle for us, and I really encourage you guys to get cozy, get comfy, kind of grab coffee or water, to set a nice energy in your space. So, with our candle going, and we're going to start with an opening meditation. So, if you would join me in that, just get like a comfortable position. You could sit cross-legged or your feet on the ground. Close your eyes, just settle in, and I'm going to just read some statements out loud for this meditation, and you can repeat after me. If that feels uncomfortable to you, that's okay. You can just repeat it in your head. Um, but we're just starting to sort of plant the seeds of dreaming really big and knowing that we're worthy of these big dreams. So take a deep, big breath, big inhale, and exhale, sigh it out. Feel your energy start to change even as you just do this beginning breath work. Big inhale, open mouth sigh. And now you can repeat after me if that feels comfortable to you. I am enough.
I am enough.
I am a beloved child of the King, created in the beautiful image of my Maker. It is safe to explore the deepest desires of my heart. I am created for greatness. The universe supports my heartfelt desires. The desires of my heart are there for a reason. They're not wrong. I am willing to do my part, and I am willing to let it be easy. It is safe to admit the deepest desires of my heart. It is safe to dream big. When I am happy, everyone around me is better off. I am grateful for the abundance flowing into my life. Okay, sit up really tall, like there's a string pulling your head straight up from the ceiling. Take one more big breath and open mouth exhale. Good. Gently blink your eyes open. Thank you for joining me in that. Do you guys feel your energy start to shift a little bit just doing that kind of breath work and those affirmations? Good. Okay, so let me go through a few opening clarity points I want to go through before we really get into this deep work. Um, Number one, if you're here for a reason. Like have already started a probably a big transformation. Otherwise, you would not feel called to work with me like this. You would not feel called to give up your Saturday and really take this time. So I just want to congratulate you because you're already on your way of something big, and I am excited to be there with you and see it unfold. Um, so what we're really doing today is setting intentions and getting clarity on vision. We're not even really going into like hyper detailed goal breakdowns. But we're doing this big first step of getting clarity on your vision. And so my intention is to hold space for you and keep pushing you to dream bigger and to get clearer and clearer on what you really want. Most of us, and when I say us, I'm talking about women, especially, women caring for families, working demanding careers, like being active in the community. That's a lot. And we often don't take time for ourselves to really say, what do I really want? Is this making me happy? Is this bringing me joy? Is this how I want to live my life 20 years from now? And so that's what we're doing today. We're just creating that time and space. Um, and I also want to reiterate and help you start to believe, if you're not quite there, that you absolutely can create your own reality. You can create your own dream life. You can shift careers. You can move to different states or different countries. You can completely redo your house or your body, like whatever you want, you can do that. It might be a long journey. It might be sort of a rocky, uncharted journey. I had an amazing conversation with my doctor yesterday. I went to see my OB and we were talking about follow up, and she said, "Oh, I just to let you know I won't be here after March." And I said, "Oh, congratulations," or I don't know how to
Yeah.
respond to that. And she said, "Well, I'm not sure. I'm just leaving. I don't know what's next." And I was like, "Wow, that is really brave and curious," because it's exactly the kind of women that I work with. She's about my age, probably about 40. Has been an OB for since med school. And she's like, I just don't want to do this anymore, but I don't know what else. And so I shared with her a little bit about my journey and, being in law school, practicing law for 8 years, and really just saying, this isn't it. And I feel like with these like high achieving jobs, you work to get where you are. And it is almost like a cat that climbs up in a tree and then clings to the highest branch. Like you can't climb back down. The only way down is to jump. And that's pretty scary. You might break your leg or something. Um, and whether it's shifting careers or just like redoing whatever it is about your life, it is hard because it's uncharted. You're like going off we're all pretty much on like the straight course of what everyone expects people to do. And you go off-roading, like we all kind of know, like when you go off-roading, that's when it's fun. That's when the adventure, but it's bumpy and you're going to get lost a couple times. There's probably going to be a couple times you're like, why did we even do this? Is it going to be worth it? And I just want to tell you, it is absolutely worth it to chart your own course and to do it the hard way and to not do the same thing as what's been prescribed for us and what everyone else is doing. um okay, last thing I want to say is this day, and it's just going to be a couple of hours because of being online, is really all for you. So as much as you can, try to put away worries from the outside world, whether it's work or kids or cleaning the house or laundry. If you can, put your phone on do not disturb, or even put it out of sight, out of mind, so you don't feel the urge to check it. I know people have different responsibilities, so you may need to have that around, but the more you can sort of just clear the space and make it just for you without any outside distractions, you'll get a lot more out of it. Whew, okay, let's get started. So to start off, does everyone have a journal or something that they're gonna write with?
Yes.
Okay, awesome, awesome, awesome. So first thing we're gonna start is an exercise. I really like all of these, so I'm not gonna say that between before everyone. But what's it called? A be, do, have exercise. And what I want you to do is take the next 3 pages of your journal and write on the top of one, be, on the top of the next one, do, and on the next one, have. As, vision boards kind of get a bad rap of just being sort of materialistic. Like these are the things I want to have. These are the fancy houses or fancy shoes, big house, whatever. But it's really not so much about that, at least the way that I do it and do it with my clients. Um, you don't start with what you have. You start with who you want to be, what you want to do, and what you want to have. So I want you to take some time. I'll probably give you guys about like 10-15 minutes. You can kind of just check in when people feel like they're ready. Who do you want to be in this next year? And the timeline can be this next year, it could be this next phase of your life, whatever that, kind of like a non like not really a timeline, but just kind of like this next phase, this transition of your life. Could be like, 5 to 10 years from now, sort of like who you want to be. And I want you to write in, it can just be bullet points, but I want you to write as if it's already occurring. So the statements might start with I am, or I am a woman who, or I always. So there are things, and it could be like I am always on time. I am kind and generous. I am um a boss, right? I mean the whole thing, but really write it as if like I am already these things or I always these things. Um and then I'll give you all three at once to do because they can sort of jog your thoughts to go, oh, I want to be this and I want to do this, and they're sort of connected. So let me go back and forth. So the next page should be, what do you want to do? And it could be, do in your career, do with your family, do in your own, like I want to go camping more, or I want to climb Mount Everest, or I want to get a new job, or I want to make sure the kitchen is clean every night before I go to bed. Like, it's just sort of like things that you want to do. And then the last one is, what do you want to have? And this could be, tangible things like I want a new house, I want a new car, I want a beautiful office where my books are in rainbow order, to, I want a new job, I want this kind of relationship. Like they could be tangible things or intangible things. And I want you to write a lot, like fill up the page, because then we're going to go back and kind of circle like what is like the biggest thing. So sometimes you need to kind of just push yourself to be like, oh yeah, yeah. And then as you get going, you're like, and I want this, and I want this, and I want this. Right? Does that make sense? Okay. So I'm gonna break. I'm gonna give you guys at least 10 minutes. I'll check in 10 minutes and see how everybody's doing if you need more time. And then we have all the time. So take your time and go back and forth and really, really dream big here about ideally, and don't worry about, and this applies for the whole day, don't worry about how am I going to afford this house? How am I going to get this job? How am I going to lose this weight? We're not worrying anything about the how because it is possible, but we're only doing this first step of figuring out what we want and knowing that you can have anything you want. Cool? Okay. All right. I'll give you guys about 10 minutes and then I'll check in to see how everybody's doing. And you can take your camera off or leave it on, whatever you feel like.